What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of Did You See That? As you can see, I'm riding solo today, and that's because my partner and I want to do something a little bit different with the show that we're going to review. We'll be reviewing Adulting Season 3, which is currently on Showmax. And so we really want to do it this way because we want to watch the show and review the show as it happens when it happens. Okay. So let's get into it. Adulting. Adulting is a show that basically covers or follows the life of three different gents. You have Bonga, who is a newly married man who was previously such a fuckboy. But he's now a married man and he is wanting to grow his family. In these past two episodes, we really see him and Unkanyezi trying to figure out the nuances of being a new married couple. Like I said, he wants to grow his family. Nkanyezi is not really crazy about the idea because she has just gotten a promotion from work. And so she has basically asked him for just 5 years and he is not having it. This man said to her, listen, because you want to delay this whole situation and you have a promotion, here's a contract. I'm paying you double what they're paying you so that you can now, be a housewife and be a mom. And she said, absolutely not. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how they navigate the situation. There have been a lot of tension, or there has been rather a lot of tension between them in discussing this whole situation. And so the past two episodes really just dive into the dynamics of that and the tension that they are facing with this very, very big decision. Then we have Tsikitsiki, who quite honestly is my favorite character in the show. Tsikitsiki is a reformed gangster. And so the reason that I really like Tsikitsiki is because in these past two episodes, you've really seen him trying to battle between being who he was in comparison to who he wants to be. And you see this play out in terms of the relationship that he has with the therapist that he met that was doing therapy for him and his daughter. And so the reason that I say this is in the past two episodes, you basically see him trying to be this new man, etc., but he's still being called back by Minky's, the girl from the hood, who is just like, I know I'm the one that you want, right? And so he finds himself waikutswa, like he steals himself. Steals himself in English sounds so strange, but basically waikutswa with Minky's and is cheating on a new therapist chick. And so it's going to be interesting to see how he tries to navigate this whole situation because, like I said, he is used to a certain kind of comfort, a certain kind of toxicity that exists in relationships. And quite frankly, I think he finds this new therapist chick good for him, but boring. And you'll usually be in that kind of situation when you're not used to what a healthy relationship looks like. So, keen to see how that plays out with Tsikitsiki. Then we have Vuyani. Vuyani is, I think, they call it a gigolo, but he's basically a sugar baby in a relationship with a politician. They've had a very tumultuous relationship, but in these past two episodes, we see that they are back on track. And he has just opened a club, it's doing fairly well. What I find is going to be a challenge with Vuyani is, his girl is constantly reminding him that she is the main shareholder, that she is Mureki in this relationship. And so because he is trying to, be a new man and like assert his dominance and his masculinity while also trying to navigate this dynamic with his current girlfriend, it's going to be fascinating to see how he tries to navigate that space. But what I can say is from the past two episodes, we do see him sort of being comfortable in this position and trying to accept his position, to say that, you know what, my girl is the Moreki and like it is what it is. So keen to see how that plays out. And then finally we have Mpho. Every time I watch Mpho, I'm just like, he pisses me off and he's my least favorite. And I think that's because he really embodies the reality of what a lot of men in this country are like. And I think what irritates me about him is because I was really rooting for him. But now he's obviously divorced because he's cheated on his wife. And so we are trying to see them navigate this new co-parenting relationship. We're trying to see him navigate what it is to be a divorced man on the streets. We're trying to see how he navigates being a divorced man on the streets with erectile dysfunction. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. Like I say, every time I watch him, he just really irritates me. And I think that's because he's really bodying his character. All of these characters are really embodying the character. And what I particularly enjoy about the show is that it feels like an accurate representation of what it means to be a man and a different kind of man in this country. So yeah, that's what went down in the past two episodes. Let me know what you guys thought of the past two episodes, and stay tuned as we keep reviewing episode by episode, week by week, and we see how season 3 of Adulting unfolds. So check it out. It is on Showmax. It releases every Saturday. Join us next week for the next episode.